I know what you're thinking, but before you judge me, let me tell you something about this tank. I'll give you a little back history on this. A few weeks ago, I got COVID and was down for 3 weeks solid. And once I got to where I could get back up and going, I made an emergency water change. And by that time, the algae had kind of taken over the glass. I had coralline algae to begin with. I didn't mind so bad, but it's just gotten out of control. The green algae came, and I had a rock right there with some bubble algae, but I just got it out of there. And so I thought, well, when I get back on my feet, I'm going to give it a good cleaning. And lo and behold, about, a week later, I decided I was really going to scrub the tank, and when I did, it really stressed these two out. I mean, they got aggressive, so I thought, well, I'll just do this a little each day till I get it. Well, I made a water change the very next day, and somehow, I'm still not sure how, my pump, was unplugged. And it stayed unplugged for, well, not quite a day, but it was really close. And when I got home from work, this tank was about 68 degrees. And so I panicked, plugged it back in, and got everything flowing again, and just knew that these, here comes the ick. But so far, so good. But anyway, when I got back to clean again yesterday, again, really stressed them out. They were really getting aggressive, which is unusual for them, because they'll usually back out of the way. And as you'll see, this spot right here, I missed it on purpose, because on the other side of that, actually, they may have eaten them. No, I think they're there right there. They laid eggs in the worst spot possible, and so I've just kind of held off. So everything's about halfway cleaned, and I'm just waiting to see. Unfortunately, I don't have any rotifers. I don't have any brine shrimp, but that was kind of unexpected. But that'll be here within a week. But I'm sure that this fry hatch will not make it, unfortunately. And but with this tank, I learned some things. I turned off my, I got some rocks in here, and I'd had some cyano pop up, so I turned off my skimmer like I did in my main display, and just letting it flow through for a little bit. And lo and behold, I do not understand what's happening here. My zoas, which the clownfish you can see have just kind of destroyed my frag rack. They just won't leave them alone. But my zoas have exploded. They've grown onto the grid there, and I don't understand, what correlation between, the temperature drop, and I turned off my skimmer, and for whatever reason, it has really thrown everything to where I guess it's back right again. I just don't know. But I mean, it's just explosive growth, except for the few frags that are turned over. I need to get those back. And but there's the proud mama and papa, kind of. Their fry hasn't hatched, and unfortunately, it just will not make it, because I don't have anything. I don't have any phytoplankton for them. So it's sad. I wish I had known that was what was going to happen. I could have had some here already. But I don't know if any of you know what I could have been taking out of the tank with my skimmer that the zoas needed. I just don't know. My zoas have really done well. My Duncans have done well. And these anemones, this was one gigantic anemone. When I first put this in there, I got these out of the main display. I had 2 anemones. They were really big. That one went into 2, and that one into 3. So I didn't help myself out any there at all. I've got about 16 or 17 bubble tips, and these haven't bubble tipped out really well because I don't have a good enough flow. But hopefully, when I can clean the glass really well, I'm gonna get a video of these 2 feeding the anemones when I feed them. It seems like maybe they're not quite as camera shy as they used to be. Every time I'd put the camera up there, they would just eat the shrimp and that's it. They'd take off. But and then when I didn't have the camera, they would get a mouthful and feed the anemones. So hopefully I'll be able to film that here shortly. But yeah, you can see them tending the clutch. But you know, I just wasn't ready for that, and that's unfortunate. But you know, I would have liked to have had the tank cleaned, but now I see why it stressed these two out. I may have, you know, inadvertently you know, kiboshed the last clutch when I was cleaning the tank before, so I don't know, or they were just getting ready. But you know, she's gotten extremely aggressive. I put my hand in the tank a while ago and I come out bleeding, so yeah, she's right. But that's all I really have for this tank until I can get, you know, a hold of everything. You know, I started scraping and cleaning and kind of knocked my frag rack out of kilter there. And that was the worst thing I ever put in this tank, was a frag rack. I may get that out of there and get everything right in the display tank and get my zoas in the display tank, and it'll be much easier to clean here. But I have a feeling I'm going to move this tank, because it's just in a spot that's really hard to get to, and which makes cleaning it really hard. So I gotta make it as easy on myself as I can, I guess. But that's really all I've got, guys. I appreciate you watching my videos, and just hit the like and subscribe if you like it. So thank you.